Hello, travel agents, and welcome back to Travel Agent Tips. We are coming to you from Crystal Conference and Awards Ceremony 2025 in sunny Orlando, Florida. This is my favorite event of the year because it's all about celebrating your journey as a travel agent. Something we get asked all the time as travel agents is, how do I get clients? How do I grow my business? Joining me today is Laurence Pinckney to talk about how to harness the power of referrals. Welcome, Laurence.
Hello, Bill. Nice to see you.
Thanks for being with us. We're excited to have you. Before we share your tips about that critical referral business, let's talk about how you got started in the travel business.
Wow. About 15 years ago, I decided that I wanted to make a gradual transition to an industry where I could move anywhere in the world. And I said, where does my 20 years of experience in real estate,
Wow.
where are those transferable skills best placed? And I've loved traveling since I was 6 years old. So I said, when I looked at travel, I said, that might be it. You sell a house, you sell a vacation. What's the
I love it.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you're in the real estate business 20 years and then you transition right into our industry.
That's correct.
Wow. Well, we've been blessed to have you with KHM Travel Group since 2009.
No.
And this week, you took home one of our most prestigious awards, the Hall of Fame Award. What does that award mean to you?
Oh, man. It was so many things, as you saw from the
Yes.
speech. I couldn't get the first line out. And I had built a whole speech, which was also good. But just the love coming from the room and from you guys and knowing from where we came.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I was there before you.
You were. That's correct.
Yeah. So it was full of emotion, but it was good. And at the same time, it really wasn't about me. It was about us as agents.
Right.
So it was good.
Yeah. Well, you're among a class of our travel advisors who fit into the Hall of Fame now. I think you're number 5.
And the first man.
And the first man. Yeah. So we're really honored to have you.
But that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So, Laurence, why are referrals so important for travel advisors?
For me, we have limited amount of time in every day.
Right.
What I found is I was blessed with some amazing clients. But the way it started 15 years ago was me putting together my own groups. From that, I could filter out who was a good fit because not everybody is good.
Good point.
I might not be good for every client. They're not good for me. So I've been blessed. And from that first trip to Brazil or Africa, somewhere, you could see out of a group of 20, 10 of them are going to be your biggest motivators.
Wow.
And I've just, that's how I built the business over the last 15 years.
Well, this leads into this one that says before you can ask for a referral, you need to establish a good relationship.
Absolutely.
So these are people that you know who are traveling with you. You're really qualifying them.
Exactly.
That's exactly what you're doing. And then fostering that relationship is not that easy, right? I mean, you've got to get to know their personalities, what their likes or dislikes are. How did you foster that early on?
I think it's actually the reverse. They have to get to know my personality. Right? Because my integrity, my goal is to create the best vacation package for them. Now, if my way of doing business is uncomfortable for them, then it probably is not going to work.
I see.
And that's okay.
Yes.
So, and what's the outer effect of that is that once you do you handle a referral successfully, they already pre-sell you to that referral.
There you go. That is it.
So it's very rarely have I had an issue with that.
Wow. And I think that answers this by saying, what is the process for asking clients for referrals? You probably rarely have to ask them for a referral. They're just all automatically doing it.
Correct.
But do you have a process that says, hey, listen, if you know of anyone, let me know?
No. I don't. I'm not saying, some of the biggest award winners, they have a whole nother set that works for them. But no, I don't. I think that when you put yourself out there, and with us through KHM, we have the best suppliers.
Yes.
So you want to go to Egypt? I know who to call. You want to go to Africa? I know who to call. and depending on what type of trip you want. As a matter of fact, let's talk about my Africa trip. Bill had me design an Africa trip for him. Then he went with somebody else, but that's all right.
I didn't end up going.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, that's right.
We never went.
Oh, you had another.
We're waiting. We're going to get to that point.
Good.
COVID hit. I think the customers got a little bit, our friends got a little nervous.
I'm just messing
with. But that was an amazing trip that you put together for us.
Yeah.
And then, I will say, from that point, it made me realize, oh my gosh, if you can put this together for me, then I know you can put it together for my friends and my clients.
That's right.
So that's where referrals come in so well. Since referrals are most of your business, how does that impact your marketing strategy or other business operations?
Good question. If I followed the lead that you guys tell us to do, I would probably be a millionaire. No, I'm real talk.
I get it.
But as a small business, you have to have the support, the internal support, to have the volume.
So true.
So I can't take everybody because I don't have the infrastructure to take everybody.
Okay.
But as that, builds, I just look, life is short. I just want quality people that enjoy working with me, and I enjoy working with them.
I think that that's a message now that we're making sure the travel agent community understands where their limitations are, where they want to be,
that's right,
and how they want to grow.
Exactly.
Right? Not being in control by the customer.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, you're doing a good job of that. And we're so impressed with your group travel business. How does this relate to your referral? And I think that goes back to the question number one. Within those groups, people are referring.
Correct.
Wow.
They're referring quality people as well. And when I say quality, it's not about the money. You want a short story? I'll give you a short story.
Sure.
When I first started, I remember, and it's a parallel between my first sale in real estate in New Jersey and my first sale or second sale in travel. In real estate, it was a guy, and when I got into real estate, I said, if I have to do real estate, I got to go big or go home. I'm not going to try to sell something little. Anyway, one guy came in, he said, look, I need a place for my family. He said, I don't have a lot of money. Sold him the cheapest house in Englewood, New Jersey. It was like $100,000 or something.
Wow.
But a little clapboard house or whatever. 5 years later, he came back and bought a house for $750,000.
Oh my gosh.
But somebody cared. It wasn't about the money.
Exactly.
Conversely, at KHM, I remember another guy. It's totally different. I'm in New York now. He comes, he says, he had 3 kids. I remember this, 2, 5, and 6. He said, I got to get my kids out of the country and let them see something else.
Wow.
I have $3,000 something.
Yeah, right.
$3,000. Now, I could have said, oh, you can't go for $3,000. But I said, wow, this guy really, and we put him in like a Santos or whatever, something like that.
Sure.
And again, 2 years later, he came back and booked Hard Rock at $10,000. Awesome?
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah, trusted with the small things, trusted with big things. That's awesome. So I've always been curious about this for you is how do you maintain your level of service? I mean, you have such a high level of service for your customers. How do you maintain that?
Well, I have 2 agents that work with me. One's my sister and one is another like sister. And they're, they kept saying to me, stop saying people don't like you. People do like you, but they love them. They have this energy and they have this personality that attracts a lot of good people. So they're always support. I support them if they have a client and they need some help. They support me if I'm on the road and my clients need help. And we also have a administrative assistant.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, get support, get help, get someone in this business to help you. I think that that's so important.
Yeah.
We cannot do it all alone.
Nope.
Wow. So what advice do you have for your fellow travel agents looking to add to their group business portfolio?
It's funny, at the expo right now, a lady came up to me, she said, oh my God, I'll never forget you. I put something on Facebook and you called me from the Facebook Messenger and you're like, no, just do the group. She wanted to do Africa. And so I said to her, did you do it? She said, oh no, I said, no, you just got to do it. You got to make a commitment. I'm going to do it. Now, the first one, you might have 6 people, or you might have 10 people, or you might have 12 people. but you commit to doing it. And sometimes you're going to have a little, as we know, you know, I'm doing Thailand and Vietnam. And the idea was to have 20, 25 people. Well, it's not.
Wow.
But even if I go with 8 people, I'm
Absolutely.
not going to cancel it.
Wow, that's huge.
You know, so I think with the group business, you have to, one, figure out where you want to go personally. If you don't want to go there, nobody else.
Good point. Yes.
Two, you want to get core people who you, if you can, that you know will mix, because one person in the group that
could mess
we
it
not
up.
telling all my secrets, but you know, I've had one where it was really, let's just say I had to handle it.
Wow.
You know, but the other 19, 20 people appreciate
That's
it.
the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key.
So that will grow your business organically.
I see. Wow, these are such great tips. Is there anything else you want to share with your fellow travel advisors about referrals, customer service, or group travel?
Okay. I would say this. If you're starting out and you're a little nervous, start with cruise. Because with cruise, your risk level is much less than anything land.
Good point.
Right?
Yeah.
So for a group, so in a cruise, you can start, you know, all my big cruise supply friends, this is not to suggest this, but you can have a space, 20 cabins.
Right.
All intentions of doing it, but for some reason, you only have 6 cabins. You'll lose some things, but every one of those 6 cabins will travel at the price.
That's the key.
Right?
Yes.
But whereas if you do an international trip and you got to have 10 passengers.
Good point.
And if you get 9, then the price structure would change. So, which is fine as long as you have the capacity to cover that gap. But the point is to do it. Just start.
Stay committed to it. I love that.
Stay committed to it.
Such good advice. For someone who's been in the industry so long, that's great advice. Thank you, Laurence, for joining me today, and congratulations on being inducted into our Hall of Fame.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
My gosh. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.